300 children under the age of 14, according to the U.S. Safety Commission, die every year due to unintentional drowning. Area Governor, Madam President, distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcomed guests. Today I would like to talk to you about why it is important to teach children how to swim, how you can teach a child that you love how to swim, and some local areas that I found you can enroll a child into swimming lessons. Some of the reasons why it's very important to teach children how to swim is because it's the #1 unintentional killer in children 4 years and younger, and the #2 killer in children from 5 to 14. We live in the Sunshine State, where warm water and pools are in abundance. So it's very difficult, almost impossible for us as a community to keep children away from pools. So instead of guarding them, teach them how to swim. It could save their life. Also, Florida, it's not a surprise that Florida is the second largest state with the most deaths due to unintentional drowning because of the environment that we live in. And many people don't know, but an infant can drown in as little as 1 inch of water in as quick as 30 seconds. So I hope that lets you know why it's important to teach children how to swim. Now, there are some ways that you can teach children how to swim. First, I would like to start off that safety is always #1. If you have a child or if you have a pool, especially if you have both of those things, there's no reason why you shouldn't be CPR certified. It's very easy, it's very affordable, and you can do it locally at your YMCA and get your CPR certification. You could save someone's life one day. Okay, with the safety out of it, now comes the fun part. You want to start teaching children early. The earlier the better. Like Carla said, I grew up on Navy bases, and my dad was kind of a rebel. He threw me in the pool when I was 3 weeks old. I don't remember this. I'm sure I would have been traumatized. My mom was traumatized. But because of this, I was a very strong swimmer by 4 years old. I could swim in the ocean, I could swim in the deep end, I could outswim my brother. And still to this day, I'm a very strong swimmer and an advocate. And I don't use these often. Just a little. They're fashion. They're really cute. So start children early. If you have an infant, some of the tips that you can do are to get them accustomed to the water. Because one of the worst things is for a child that is scared of the water, because then it can stunt their growth and their learning ability to become a good swimmer. So if you have an infant, make sure you hold them in your arms. They like to feel the warmth of your body, and you can sing to them. Splash the water. Make it fun for them. You know, dunk them up and down, not under the water, but make it fun for them so that they find water and swimming enjoyable. If you have a toddler, or you know of a toddler, 2 to 5 years old, some of the things that you can do are to help them float on their back, because as human beings, we naturally float. Not all of us do this, but I've been told that all humans can float. So you want to put this in practice with the little ones, so just float them on their back. Another important skill that you want them to learn is how to find the edge of the pool in case they fall in or get thrown in, because sometimes the edge of the pool can be behind them. So if they're not trained how to find that edge, they may panic and only go to the front of them trying to swim to the edge. So you can spin them around and throw them in, make them look to their left, to their right, to their back, to their front to find the edge of the pool. You can do kicking and throwing games, preferably with toys. You know, learning how to swim is fun. But this gets them accustomed to moving their limbs in the water so that they don't freak out. You can also, so floating on their back, also blowing bubbles. It may seem silly, but it can save their life. Because if they are submerged underwater and they don't know how to blow air bubbles, they can suck in the water. So to them, this seems like a silly, fun game, playing with toys, floating on their back, getting spun around and having mommy or auntie or uncle throw them in the water. But these are all valuable tips that can make them be a good swimmer and can save their life one day. Now, I went over some fun ways to get your child starting swimming. And it may sound easy to you. Oh, why don't I just teach my kid how to swim, or my niece or nephew? But with that being said, I still think it's very important to enroll them in formal swimming lessons with a certified instructor, because sometimes, as parents know, children don't take as seriously what mommy and daddy and auntie and uncle say. When you take them to an instructor with other kids, they may take it more serious and know that this is for real. So because of that and all the research I've done, and like Carla said, my nephew got to go to swimming lessons, which he loved. I did some research and I found 4 really great places right here in Weston in the Pembroke Pines area that I would recommend. I got all of their contact information, so I'm willing to stay after. If you guys would like it, just let me know. The British Swim School in Sunrise, they cater to babies 3 months and older. They also do adult classes. The Weston or Pembroke Pines YMCA, they have CPR lessons. So if you have a child or a pool, get over there. They emphasize water safety. The Weston Swim Academy, under 6 months old or older, they also do home lessons, so they'll come to your house and teach your kid. And the All Styles Swim School in Pembroke Pines specializes in teaching children with disabilities such as autism. Now, I hope that this talk tonight has showed you why it's important to teach children how to swim, fun ways that you can teach children how to swim, and some really cool areas to enroll your kids.